We're going to go 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Pretty famous verse. Like, when I was getting this ready, God actually revealed what I was preaching on Monday to me. And it's like, okay, God, how does this all go together? I'm still wondering how this all goes together. But it does. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of read this chapter out of order. We're going to start with verse 9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away. So first of all, I need to ask you, what is that which is perfect? Well, yeah, Jesus, but it's more than that. What's this whole chapter about? Love. Agape love. So it says that when that which is perfect has come, when agape love, the love that you choose has come, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror, or as it says in King James, a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know, just as I also am known. Everyone thinks this verse is about when we get to heaven. It's not. This verse is right here, right now. When we abide in his love, when we choose to love our neighbor, that veil gets lifted from your eyes. Because right now, I can look at my brother, and if I look at him in the natural, then I can see the strife that I thought is there. And I can see hatred. And I can see all these evil, wrong things. But once love comes in my life, once I choose to love, then I'm able to see clearly. And I can say, sure, he may have his faults. I have mine. But I'm going to choose to love him. That's what that verse means. That's what it means. Once you abide in agape love, then you don't see the wrong. You don't see the hate. You see what God sees. And it changes everything. You've grown up. You matured. That's what you see. Tuesday night, as I was back there, I matured. And that's nothing to speak of about me. That's God. God showed me you need to love him. Despite what he did. You need to love them. Wow. I'm going to go back. Like I said, I'm going to read this chapter out of order. Verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. That's the kind of love you're called to. I'm going to read this verse out of a different translation, because as I read it last night, God showed me something that I need to change. And it might help you too. Just listen. And now I will show you a superior way to live that is beyond comparison. Love is large and incredibly patient. Love is gentle and consistently kind to all. It refuses to be jealous when blessing comes to someone else. Love does not brag about one's achievements, nor inflate its own importance. Love does not traffic in shame and disrespect, nor selfishly seek its own honor. Love is not easily irritated or quick to take offense. Love joyfully celebrates honesty and finds no delight in what is wrong. Love is a safe place of shelter, for it never stops believing the best for others. Love never takes failure as defeat, for it never gives up. Love never stops loving. Now, the verse that struck me there is that love refuses to be jealous when blessing comes to someone else. I've struggled with that lately. I'll just be honest. It's hard when you see someone getting what you want. That's hard. But if you truly love that person, you'll say, you know what? I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I'll get mine when God's ready. Because you know what? God may have a different relationship for you. And if you envy them, you can destroy that relationship. God may have a blessing where he'll bless you with them in a different way. And then he'll bless you with what you wanted still. Even better. And it's hard when you're going through it. And you got to say, you know what, God? Not my will, but thine. That's hard. That's hard. But God will get you through it. Abide in his love. Enter his rest. Because if I try it on my own, the relationship would crumble. And I'd lose out on the relationship I could have had in a different way. But I gotta listen to God. I've gotta abide in that love. Because when you do that, you're at rest. And other people may look at you and think, really? Why didn't you fight for that? Because it wasn't for me. God has something better. God wants us to choose love, agape. As I've said, it's how they'll know we're Christians. We're going to go to 1 Peter chapter 4. First Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. The end of all things is at hand. We're living in the last days. Therefore, be serious and watchful in your prayers. And above all things, have fervent love for one another. For love will cover a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without grumbling. As each one has received a gift, minister it to one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. God's calling you to love. Calling you to it. And I'll tell you, it's not easy. The only way you can do it is to abide in that agape love. To live in it. To live in that rest so that you can choose that love. It's not easy. And like Bill had mentioned a couple of days ago, if I know that love is at that door, and I'm aiming to love that person, sure, I may go this way, but then I stop and I evaluate. Wait, I want to go to that door. I need to fix my eyes on my target. I need to fix my eyes on Jesus. Now I can walk. And oh, maybe I get off track again. Wait, I want to go there. Fix my eyes. So I'm going to leave you with this song. I want you to just pray. Ask God to help you choose this kind of life.